Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jaya Mishapad Hanuman Sapai Bhajakacharya Stuta Sada Shishamad. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 13, Text 48 and 49, the descendants of Dhruva Maharaj. So I will read verse 48 and we can sing it, and then after I'll read verse 49. Vikaya nirvidya gatam patim pachha. Nirvidya gatam patim pachha. Purohita matya surit ganataya. Vichikshurvyam atishokakatara. Yata nikutam purisham kuyoginam. Vigaya nirvidya gatam patim prajaha. Purahita matya sarikanatya. Vichikshurvyam atishokakatara. Yata nikutam purisham kuyoginam. Vigaya nirvidya gatam patim prajaha. Purahita matya sarikunatya. Vichikshurvyam atishokakatara. Yata nikutam purisham kuyoginam. Chant. Raja. Raja Sabri Ganatya. Ladies? You know. Vigaya, Vigaya, after understanding. Nirvidya, being indifferent. Gatam, had left. Patim, the king. Prajaha, all the citizens. Parohita, priests. Amatya, ministers. Surit, friends. Ganaadeha, and people in general. Vichikshu, searched. Urvyam, on the earth. Atishokakatana raha, being greatly aggrieved. Yata, just as. Nigudham, concealed. Pursham, the supersoul. Kuyoginaha, inexperienced mystics. Translation. When it was understood that the king had indifferently left home, all the citizens, priests, ministers, friends, and people in general were greatly aggrieved. They began to search for him and all over the world, just as a less experienced mystic searches out the supersoul within himself. Purport. The example of searching for the supersoul within the heart by the less intelligent mystics is very instructive. The absolute truth is understood in three different features, namely, impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such Kuyogin or less intelligent mystics can, by mental speculation, reach the point of impersonal Brahman, but they cannot find the supersoul who is sitting within each living entity. When the king left, it was certain he was staying somewhere else. But because the citizens did not know how to find him, they were frustrated like the less intelligent mystics. Verse 49. Alakshayanta padavim prajapate hatod yama pratyupashitya te purim vishin sametan apivandya a stivaro Yavid Dayam Porava Prativiklavam. Translation. When the citizens could not find any trace of the king, after searching for him everywhere, they were very disappointed, and they searched they returned to the city, where all the great sages of the country assembled because of the king's absence. With tears in their eyes, the citizens offered respectful obeisances and informed the sages in full detail that they were unable to find the king anywhere. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of 4th canto, 13th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Description of Descendants of Dhruva Maharaj. Mukam karati vachalam bhangam langateganim yakipam tavham bande sikvarum dinatarinam Omagyanatamarandasya Gyananja Shalakaya Chakshiminitam Yena Tasama Shri Gurave Namaha Jai. So, one time Srila Prabhupada was in London, Hyde Park. He was on a morning walk. And he told the devotee, go bring me some twigs, because he used to brush his teeth with twigs. In Calcutta, you get these neem twigs. I was also doing that. I had no tooth problem for all the 7 years I was in Calcutta. Very good for your teeth. Neem twigs. You make a brush out of it. You take the branch, you make a brush, and then you brush your teeth with it. So we were giving the deities those too, because it's said in Chaitanya Charitamrita you should give these twigs. So Prabhupada, he sent a devotee to the park, and the devotee broke a twig. Then he broke another. He was going to break a third, and Prabhupada said, don't disturb more than necessary. He didn't want him to break the whole tree. So then Yogeshwara, my godbrother, asked Prabhupada, what does a devotee see when he looks at the tree? So Prabhupada said, what you see is the body of the tree, and there's a soul living in the body of the tree, but then again, the soul is never alone. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam, in the heart of that soul is Krishna. So Yogeshwara said, that's my Prabhupada. He was looking at the tree, he wouldn't see just the soul, he saw Krishna in the heart of that soul, and he didn't want to disturb that tree more than necessary. So who is the super soul? We hear in Gita Bhoktaram, Sarvalokam, Maheshwaram, Suhiram, Sarvabhutanam, that he is the enjoyer, the owner, and the best friend. So if we know these three things, we'll be peaceful. If you want peace, just remember he's your enjoyer, he's your owner, and he's your friend. And he always stays with us, even though we don't want to stay with him. We turn our face away. We have. Now, of course, we're trying to get to him. So in Gita, chapter 6, verse 6, Srila Prabhupada says, real yoga practice means meeting the Paramatma in the heart and following his dictation. So yeah, he's also giving dictation to everyone, and they call it conscience. Conscience. Everyone has a conscience in the material world. But unfortunately, they don't always listen to the conscience in the heart. Yes, but we have, when you practice Bhakti Yoga especially, then one day you will meet the Lord in the heart. You will meet, of course, the deity is the external expansion of Super Soul. So we are seeing the Lord in the heart, actually, when we look at the deities. He is Lord. He is an expansion of Super Soul in the heart. Gita also says, Gati Bharta Prabhu Shakshi Nivasa Sharanam Surit. He is Gati. He is the goal. He is our goal. Not only the yogis, Gati means where we want to go, the destination, where we want to go. So that's Krishna. We want to go to Krishna, although people don't know where they want to go. Yeah. And I think in the Krishna book, in the beginning, George Harrison wrote that everyone is searching for Krishna, but they don't know it, really, that he's the one we're looking for. Everyone's searching after love. And the supreme lover is Krishna, Rasaraj, reservoir of pleasure. So when we serve Krishna, when we chant Hare Krishna, when we connect with that happiness, and we feel that love. So one should directly approach Krishna. That will save time and energy. Like if you suppose you're in a tall building and you want to go to the top, I mean, you could take the elevator, or you could go step by step. So we're taking the elevator over here. And what is the step-by-step? That's following the Varnashram following the Vedic process. Okay, first you're Shudra, then you're Vaishya, then you're Kshatriya, and then you're a Brahmana. It'll take births, so many births. So, but Krishna says, no, Bhavanam Javanamante Gyanavan Mam Prapadyate. If you're smart, you won't wait many births. You will see, oh yeah, it's Krishna. Mahatmas, they see it's Krishna. So surrender immediately. Why bother taking the indirect path? So Bharta, he's also a sustainer. He maintains us. Everything's resting on his energy. So we depend on him for the air, for our strength, for our sight, our taste. So therefore it's good to be grateful and say, thank you, Krishna. He's our Prabhu, supreme ruler, because everything belongs to him. And what else? Oh yeah, he's everything. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, he's more on a personal level. He says, Janaka Janani Daito Tanai Prabhu Guru Pati Tuhu Sharva Moy. He is all these things. Prabhu, he's Guru, he's my husband, he's a father, mother, lover, son, husband, Guru, everything, he says. So it's interesting. Yeah, he could be the son and he could be the father at the same time. And if you're a pujari, you get that experience. He's like your son, and you have to feed him, and you have to dress him, and everything. So pujaris are very fortunate people. So he's sakshi, he's witness, he's watching everything we do. And abode, nivasa. Where we live is his place, actually. One time Prabhupada went to the airport. Well, he was in Mayapur. He was in Calcutta airport. And so then the devotee is saying, oh, someday we'll have an airport in Mayapur. And it will be our airport. And Prabhupada said, no, this is also our airport. Calcutta is ours too. Because devotee owns everything because he's servant of Krishna. And Krishna is everything belongs to Krishna. So that airport also belonged to Prabhupada too. All the airports, they were his. Because they're Krishna's airports, really. He's the owner. Sharanam, he's the refuge. The goal of the shelter. One should take shelter of Krishna for protection, or if you want to get rid of your distress. And we should know our protection must be Krishna. It must be a living person. And he is the supreme person. So he's directing the wanderings of living entities. As Gita says in 1861, yes, Ishara Sarvutanam, that I am the Lord and I'm directing the wanderings. So he's like our chariot driver, Prabhupada said, already. He's already our chariot driver because he's in the heart and he's driving our chariot. So when he comes out and he becomes the chariot driver of Arjuna, there's no change in his position. He's already driving everyone's chariot. One time Prabhupada was on a morning walk with one devotee, and the devotee asked Prabhupada, how can the birds fly in such a nice line together? And Prabhupada said, they're not less intelligent like you. But people call it intuition when the birds can do that. But we know it's not intuition, it's super soul. And see, the super soul's telling, you go this way, you go that way, and it's super soul telling the birds. How will they know? They're stupid birds. It's a super soul telling them, you go this way, you lead the bunch, and then you all follow like that. And yeah, so it's good if we listen to our conscience. So His Holiness Sachin Swami has a prayer that if you're in trouble, if you're in difficulty, you can turn to Krishna and say, my Lord, I cannot solve this alone. It's beyond my intelligence, it's beyond my plans, my ideas. I sincerely request you to accept me as your surrendered soul, protect and maintain me. So protect me means keep me in a situation where I can function and the problems of material existence don't upset my life that much. He's very specific about protection. Maintain me means maintain me on the spiritual platform. So Maharaj says, if you do this, your problem, which looks so big, oh, my life is finished, it will shrink until it's the size of a hoofprint of a calf. So you can try that sometimes. Yeah, so now I would like to share with you one verse from Bhagavatam, which actually talks about the three features. This purport mentioned, there's Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Three features of the Lord people realize. So there's the first line is Aham Sarvai Sarvabhutani. Krishna is everything, and all living entities, they are part of Brahman. They are part of Krishna's energy. Yes. And so, but we can't see him. Why can't we see him? He's everywhere. He's in everyone's heart. He's the energy. He's everyone here. But we can't see him because our eyes are covered. As Kunti Devi says in her second prayer, 1:8-19, we're covered, first of all, Maya Javani Kachanam. It's a curtain of Maya. It's covering our eyes. And we can see Krishna. And also we are Agya, we have ignorance, we're in ignorance. And he is at Hokshaja, third, he's beyond our vision. He's up there. And the fourth one is we have the vision of mudhas, means fools. We see things like fools see things. And that's why we cannot see Krishna. We cannot see the Lord in the heart, cannot see him. One time Prabhupada was giving a lecture, and there was one hippie in the audience, and the hippie thought he was God. He was wearing a big black cloak full of stars and moon and sun, and he was really thinking. And through the whole lecture, he was just staring at Prabhupada. And finally, at the end, he asked Prabhupada a question. Can you see God? And Prabhupada said, no, because you are in the way. So, that's Prabhupada. Any question, perfect answers he gives. Yeah, because our false ego is in the way. So that one had a very big one, because he thought he was God, big false ego. And no, you can't see. So Paramatma is giving us facility to enjoy in this world. Sarvasya chaham vidi sanivishto. That's the 15:15 Gira. Just like I'm sure you have seen here in Sydney, people walking their dogs. Now, the dog is on the leash, the lead, and he's just holding on, and the dog can do whatever he likes. He can go here, he can go there, he can go to the bathroom, and the master is waiting. The master is waiting. So the real business of the dog, this is from Prabhupada. He says the dog should obey the master. That's the business. But he says, no, master, you can walk, you can run, you can do this, and I'll wait for you. So Prabhupada compares the master to the super soul. He's just waiting. He's letting us run and do everything, whatever we like. He's just waiting for us to obey him, turn to him. He's such a friend. He's so kind. He's just waiting for us to turn to him. Isn't that nice? We have such a good friend, the super soul, but these yogis, they can't find him because they don't know what to look for, really. And they have no bhakti. And he's not asking much in Gita. Just give me a little fruit, a flower, a leaf, and water. And just give me that with love, and I will eat it. I will take it. And so he's so kind. So he's giving us intelligence to remember or to forget him. Another analogy that Srila Prabhupada gave is the analogy of a director, expert director of a drama. So, an expert director makes the actor forget his real identity to become the part he is playing. And I know there's a story in India about one actor. He was playing Dasharath, the father of Lord Ram, and when Ram left, he actually died and left his body. You know, he was supposed to act it, but he was so into the part that he left his body. So yeah, that can happen when you're acting, I guess. And so the more you forget, if you're an actor, the more you forget who you are, the better you play the part. And so here we are. Super Soul is giving us a part in a drama. And I think some great authors said we're all like actors on a stage. And so we're forgetting who we are. We're just playing the parts. I am woman, I am man, I'm black, I'm white, I'm a doctor, I'm philosopher, I'm hippie, I'm this. Yes, our surfer, Prabhupada called the surfers sufferers. Because they're suffering in this life and next life. They'll become a fish or a shark, and they will enjoy in the water like they wanted to, but without any problem. They'll have a fish body. And so Krishna, we want to enjoy. Super Soul helps us. Yeah, oh, you want to forgive me? Okay. You want to remember me? Okay, I help you. Tesham satata yuktanam bachitam priti purvakam dadami buddhiyokam tam yena mam upiyanti te. If you want to remember me, you just serve me with devotion, and I'll help you. I'll give you intelligence how you can remember me. So this is the Super Soul. We can make our choice. Do we want to forget? Do we want to remember? And that choice is always there for us. We can always forget, and we can always remember. Especially now we have these cell phones, and His Holiness Sachinanda Swami calls them weapons of distraction. So really it's a weapon of distraction. We have weapons of destruction, weapons of distraction. And we all have one, I think. I think nobody is without a cell phone in this age of Kali. You cannot live. My granddaughter, when internet was off, she couldn't connect for 3 hours. She had withdrawal symptoms. Like you're addicted. You get addicted. You have to be careful. Don't get addicted. Use it for Krishna. Use it for Krishna. So the Super Soul, he gives instructions to everyone, and Prabhupada quotes this verse from Gita, and he says, Govinda Dev instructs his bona fide devotees, and he gives enlightenment. And devotees, it means he wakes us up. He wakes us up as Super Soul. We wake up one day and say, oh, I'm a servant of Krishna. Wow, I wish I knew that before. I suffered for 22 years without Krishna before I joined this movement. And so this awakening, and when you wake up, then you're just enthralled. And devotees, they like to discuss about that, discuss their realizations. Just like scientists like to exchange their thoughts and realizations in their scientific academies. Prabhupada also talks about the mental speculators, how there is a mental speculator exchange. And we have one even nowadays. Do you know what the name of that mental speculator exchange is? It's called Facebook. What is on your mind? So we exchange what's on our mind, others exchange what's on their mind. And I mean, just imagine if everyone had a loudspeaker and you could hear what's on their mind. So Facebook gives that opportunity. So everyone can, a mental speculator exchange. Prabhupada talked about that. So, how many years ago, since Prabhupada, over 50, and he predicted the mental speculator exchange, which we do have now. Yes. So, we want to see Krishna. So we heard about Paramatma, we heard a little bit about Brahman, but there is also Bhagavan. And we do have two types of Bhagavan, which we can see even now. And that's described in Bhagavatam. This is, 6th canto, 16th chapter, verse 51. So it's described all three, Shabda Brahma. So what it says for, there's two forms that we can see. It says, Mamobe Shashwati Tanu. I have two bodies here now. Shabda Brahma, Param Brahma. So Shabda Brahma is holy name. He's here as the holy name. We can see him if we chant attentively. And Param Brahma, the deity. So we have two forms of Krishna which we can associate with even now. Aren't we lucky? We can see Krishna through sound, through the ears. It's described that simple hearing is not all. You can realize the text with proper attention. Shuta Goswami drank the juice of Bhagavatam through his ears. And that's the real process of receiving Bhagavatam, through your ears. Hear with rapt attention from the real person, and we're hearing from Prabhupada. He's the real person. He didn't change anything. He expanded. And we can see Krishna on every page if we hear with attention. So, in Purport Prabhupada says, the secret of knowing Bhagavatam is mentioned here. No one can give rapt attention who is not pure in mind. No one can be pure in mind who is not pure in action. And no one can be pure in action who is not pure in eating, sleeping, fearing, and mating. But now, you might got a problem with all that. But then he gives a concession. The next sentence, this is 1:344. But somehow or other, if someone hears with rapt attention from the right person, at the very beginning, one can assuredly see Lord Krishna in person in the pages of Bhagavatam. So that's the secret. Prabhupada, he made it so everyone can know what the secret is. The holy name also, we don't know. How is this Krishna? So Sachinand Swami gives a story that illustrates how he failed to understand Krishna and his names are non-different. There was a beggar. He went to the king. He wanted to see gold. So the king told him, okay, go up these stairs. It goes to my treasury. Open the last door, and you will see what is gold. So the beggar went up, opened the door. Oh, gold. And then he looked back down, and he realized, oh, the stairs I climbed were also gold. He didn't know that. He didn't know what gold looks like, so that's chanting the holy name. The way to attain Krishna, the chanting, is Krishna, is gold. And we will go to Krishna, also gold. It's non-different. And so Krishna, if you will chant attentively, Krishna will help you. He will answer you, like recalling him, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And he will answer the phone. He will answer. It's just like Prabhupada told us we should cry and say, please accept me, because we left him. Please accept me, please accept me. And if we chant very nicely, Krishna will come and Krishna will say, please accept me. So he will come. And yes, you can have that experience. He will come and say, please accept me. He is listening when we chant. He's listening to us, inside and maybe even outside if you're chanting in front of the deities or the picture. So Krishna is very kind. There's a verse by Kapila Dev in 3rd Canto, 25th chapter, verse 36. When even new people come to the temple and they look at the deity, then the senses, he loses other consciousness, he's absorbed in Krishna. In spite of his unwillingness, he gets liberation. So you're liberated, even though you don't want to be liberated. Most people in this world don't want to be. They think it's a good place, the prison. Yes, we can make it better. We can have a nicer car over here, a nice house, and we can enjoy over here. Why go elsewhere? No. We don't want to do that. We want to be liberated and go back to Krishna and serve Krishna. So there's a verse where Kapila Dev says there's, three classes of devotees. Prabhupada says, first, second, third. Even the third class devotees are liberated souls. If they don't have knowledge, if they see the beautiful deities, they are imperceptibly liberated, even though they don't want to be liberated. Third class devotees, may want something else, some other desires they may have, to stay here a bit while longer. It's not such a bad place until you die, of course. But so seeing Krishna, Srila Prabhupada explained, yes, not only we see with the ears, but we can also see Krishna with our tongue by chanting, and also by tasting prasadam. In one lecture, Prabhupada said, suppose there's nice food, and you say, okay, let me see how it is. Let me see means not with the eyes. We want to taste it. So we want to taste Krishna in the holy name. That's really, really important. Taste Krishna in the prasad and taste Krishna in the holy name. There is a very sweet taste In the beginning, it might be bitter, but after a while, you practice, it becomes very sweet. As San Prabhupada said, so when you become devoted, tasting prasadam, you will see God personally. He will talk with you, even if you eat nicely, attentively eat your prasadam. Isn't that interesting? Prabhupada was he was so wonderful, compassionate. And so by chanting, yes, we will, by tasting prasad and chanting Hare Krishna, we can see Krishna. Let's see, oh yes. Okay, so we should try to see these two forms, the holy name and the deity. And also we can taste Krishna with prasadam too. Easy process. Eat yourself back to Godhead. Eat your way back. I had one, I was giving a Bhakti Shastri class, and I was saying all the 9 processes, and I was asking everyone, okay, who likes kirtan the best? Who likes shavanam? Who likes this? And one old Dadu, we call him Dadu, like 80 years old, in Vrindavan, walking barefoot, he could eat a huge plate. We couldn't compete with him. Prasada sevanam. That was his idea. And he was really doing it. So I'll share with you one letter. Prabhupada wrote a letter to one devotee in Germany, and he said, why aren't my books being printed in Germany? And so the devotee said, I don't speak German. He's American. Can't translate. So then he wrote Prabhupada, so what do I do? And Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna, and Krishna will give you intelligence. He did that for the artist, too. He told the artist that. And the devotee said, this is almost always the answer I got. Prabhupada wasn't a micromanager. He wouldn't give details how to do things. He inspired you to use your creative intelligence. And Prabhupada said there's a kind of individual genius in every living entity. So this was like about 50 years ago. So this devotee looked up the word genius in the dictionary 50 years ago. And the definition of genius was indwelling deity. Isn't that interesting? It's Krishna. He's the genius. Indwelling deity. Who's that? It's Krishna. He's giving us intelligence. So if we are receptive to Krishna, then it can be done. And this devotee, he was a high school dropout. He never finished high school. He left to join the devotees. And after a year or two, he was lecturing to the Harvard University faculty about Krishna consciousness. High school dropout. Can you imagine? Genius is there. Genius, we have Krishna. So, and we felt that we could do anything. Doesn't matter what it was, what the order was from Prabhupada. We could do it. No problem. We got Krishna. And Krishna will do it, and we just have to be an instrument. So I'll give you another prayer from Srila Prabhupada, how we should pray to Super Soul. And this is another letter, 1968. My dear Krishna, please remind me to always chant your holy name. Please do not put me into forgetfulness. You are sitting within me as Super Soul, so you can put me into forgetfulness or into remembering you. So please don't put me into forgetfulness. Please always remind me to chant. Even you send me to hell, it doesn't matter, as long as I can always chant Hare Krishna. And then he quoted a song from Lord Chaitanya Nityananda. They're requesting everyone to please chant Hare Krishna and come along with them. So that is our request to everyone. So yeah, you can pray to Super Soul to help you remember Krishna by chanting. So I will stop here. If there's any questions, comments, ask at this point. There's a question at back. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yes, yes, and they are following it here. Um, the example is given in first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, that when Parikshit was established coronated king, then he had a whole group of brahmanas who were his advisors, and he would take advice from them. And even at the time of his death, he knew what to do. I'm going to sit on the bank of the Ganges, and I want to hear about Vishnu. So a lot of sages came from all over the universe, and even though he knew what to do, he said to them, please advise me what to do. Now I'm here, I'm going to die. What is the duty of a person about to die? So the sages, they had different ideas. They didn't come tell him exactly. So, but then Shukadev came, and he asked Shukadev, and Shukadev said, you hear, you chant, you remember, you worship Krishna. That's what you should write in the second canto. He answered. Question was in first canto, and answer was in second canto. And he was so humble, he said, I'm not a real king, I'm just a friend, Kshatriya Bandhu. I'm a friend of a Kshatriya, I'm in name only. I am a king. But yes, that is the process. And that's the whole Varnashram. Brahmanas were at the top, not the president or king of the country. Brahmanas were at the top, and they didn't care about maintenance or anything. Chanaka, he left when he was questioned by the king. He just left. Nope, I'm not prime minister anymore. So it's the Brahmanas in Varnashram at the top. They are the head. Kshatriyas are the arms. Vaishyas are the stomach, and the Shudras are the legs. So, yeah, that's the prescribed system for kings to be a king. You do consult. He consults. He doesn't just go with it and do it himself. Anybody else have a question? Yes. I got. Yeah. Okay. All right.
When we read Srila Prabhupada's books, sometimes we feel every word seems the same, and the more we read, we also think like we are forgetting more. So
how to remember? Yeah. How to remember what you read? There's one really good way to remember. You know, when Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, you should tolerate. Then, okay, today I'm going to tolerate. You practice it. You have to take it in your life. Whatever instruction you get, and it's not always the same. It's quite different. You study Queen Kunti's prayers. There's so many different things. You know, one prayer, she's praying for difficulties. Now, we don't say to do that, but because she says when difficulties come, I see your mercy. But you can see Krishna's mercy in difficulties. So you can look for Krishna's mercy for a whole day or a week or month. How is Krishna's mercy coming to me? Oh yeah, I got a parking place near the beach, yeah, yesterday. And we said thank you, Krishna, because it was all full. Somebody left. So so in your day, you look for Krishna's mercy. So whatever you read, you have to apply it to your life. Then you will remember what you read, because it will be part of your life. Applying it means realization. Theoretically, so many things go through one ear and out the other. But realization means that you have experienced it. You have experienced tolerating. You have experienced Krishna's mercy in difficult times. You have experienced the hand of Krishna in your day. And so, you look for these clues. Okay, today what should I do? How can I apply this in my life? So that's the purpose of Bhagavatam. Transformation. Second canto, chapter 3, is transformation by devotional service. Yeah, so that will help you. And also, another way is to, if you read something, tell it to somebody else, and you'll remember. Another way, there's many ways. Another way is to read out loud. And that will help too, because not only you're reading it, you're hearing it too. And then, like middle of class, you're giving a class, it'll come up. Oh, yes, I remember that now. It goes deeper if you read out loud. You can also hear audiobooks too. The hearing is very helpful. The hearing chanting. Okay, any other question? You're very soft. You're third class devotee. If you have a material desire, which distracts you, yeah, well, if it distracts you. If it doesn't distract you, then you're not a third class devotee. And that's what Prabhupada says in purport of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 70, I believe, that this is a test of a Krishna conscious person. Even material desires are present, but he doesn't go for them. And that's, as the rivers enter into the ocean, always filled but not disturbed. So material desires might come in your mind, but you don't pay attention to them. You don't go after them. That's Krishna conscious. But if you are distracted, then you are a third class devotee. You think, maybe I should. Okay, let me eat. I'll chant later. Yes, I'm very hungry actually, or maybe I have to sleep. No. Yeah, anyway, yeah. For devotees, the material desires aren't so bad, but they could be from past lives. Past lives, everything comes up when you chant. So, just don't worry. Just don't listen to your mind. Crazy. Not only are we not the body, we are not the mind. And we are not the desires either. We're not the mind. Don't think you're the mind. Otherwise, you will be distracted. But as I said also, yeah, the weapons of distraction will help you that way too. Yes? How do you focus and get free? Put your cell phone in another room, and if you haven't finished your rounds, make sure before you touch the cell phone, chant one round every time. Every time you touch the cell phone, chant one round first, and that will help. Because I know it's the biggest you're talking about distractions, so that's it for today. The kids are just plugged in from the age of 2. I know. And my granddaughter, she said, I want to listen to something on your phone, 2 years old. I said, I don't know how to do this. No, give me the phone. There, I said, I got it. Anyway, yeah. And yeah, there's, I wanted to put Prabhupada's ringtone on my phone. And so you look up on, what do you call it, Google, there's a 10-year-old saying, okay, now you do this and you do that. Anyway, that's Kali Yuga. It's very difficult if you become addicted to this. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Okay, another one. We do have, okay, next, he, and then you. And then whoever's over there. Yes? Yeah.
Mataji mentioned how Prabhupada used to see the super soul in the country. Often in my experience, like when we are in the temple or the spiritual environment, we are able to see Krishna and everyone. But the second day step out, we start making distinctions. He is Nepali, he is Indian, he is So how do we, maintain that vision of seeing Krishna in everything and everyone,
Yeah.
even outside in a daily?
Yeah, well, the good way is to remember the deities, and then every time you have to catch yourself. Okay, this one, because this is according to 18th chapter, when you see different bodies, this is knowledge in the mode of passion. It's knowledge, yeah, okay, this is that. Knowledge in mode of passion. So what you have to do is, as soon as that happens, then you remember Krishna, Radha Krishna, put them there in the heart. You have to do the opposite. And this is a Patanjali practice. If you see something negative, then you have to immediately think of the positive, the opposite. That's a yoga practice, which you can do. So we are not exactly yogis, but we are bhaktas, so we see Krishna. We want to see Krishna in everyone. So then you have to think, remember, what was he wearing? Oh, yellow. Today is yellow and some orange. And a nice garland. Yes. Try to take a snap of the deity in your heart, and then replace it with that. That's what we have to do. Because we do see it. That's our millions of births. That's how we see. We see like that. And so now this birth, at least we're trying to have the proper eyes. Okay, yes? I can't hear you at all. I don't understand your question. Can somebody repeat it for me? If we chant more, will that take us away from Maya? Hopefully. I mean, it should. Like when you're chanting Hare Krishna, it would be very difficult to do things in Maya. It would be very difficult. Unless you're a demon, maybe. But I don't think you are. You aren't a demon, no. You are a very trying devotee. You are trying. No, that will help. Chanting more will help. I have found that in my life, in difficulty. I chant more, and that really helps me be more peaceful and self-controlled and mentally balanced and sane and all that. It does help. Okay, last question over here. We have more time. Yeah? Your guru. Who's your guru? Oh, Krishna. Yeah, he's my friend. He exaggerates. Oh, that's important. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there is a way. They do have people online who teach you how to learn verses. But the secret is to do it every day. So since I became a devotee, I get up in the morning, I have a drink, health drink, and I recite my verses. Today it was Bhagavad Gita chapter 14 about the modes of nature. So every day I recite a chapter of Gita or a chapter of Bhagavatam, RCC verses. Like that I do it. And you have to do it every day or else it will go. So I do it in Sanskrit every day, and then once in a month I'll just choose a part of Gita, a part of Bhagavatam to say in English. So yeah, you have to do it every day. And Srila Prabhupada said, if you chant one chapter of Bhagavatam every day for 1 year, you will become a learned scholar. So I did that, and then I started teaching Bhakti Vaibhav and Bhakti Vedanta courses. It worked. I did, and I'm still doing it, because in old age, your memory does go, and I see it. I see my memory going. I'm forgetting verses. Oh. And so it's, but I did learn a lot of verses. I know for 66 Centennial, I learned 400 or something. And then when I first joined, also same thing. It was, in 2 months I learned the whole Gita. We didn't have Sanskrit, we just had English. So that is a gift that Krishna has given me, is memory. But now I see it kind of slipping away. And so sometimes I do forget slokas and things. But but you do need to practice every day. You do every day, just like how do you learn the songs? Samsara Dava, Nalita Loka, and all these songs. How do you learn them? You say it every day, and then you learn it. There is processes of ways to do it also. They do have it online. You can look it up and join some class, and they'll help you. Because you're not so old yet. What are you, 30-some, 20? Yeah, 30? Oh, okay, don't tell us. Yeah. This is the proof that we are spirit souls because our age is 16. And you can see in this world, if a child is young, small, you say, oh, you look like a teenager. Yes, I'm big. But once you go over 16, and if you meet a lady maybe 30, oh, you look like 16. Oh, yes. So, 16 is the age, and over that and under that, we're not happy. We're not, we don't think, yeah, this is me. Me especially. Now I look in the mirror, I say, I'm not this body. It kind of gives me some solace. At least I'll get a new one someday. Hopefully permanent. So yeah, okay, we do have a few minutes more. Yes? And second one. First. Mm-hmm. Yeah, expansion of Vishnu, actually. Hmm. Yeah, the super soul that the non-devotees see and the yogis see, that will go back into, they go back. They go back into the three Vishnus. They don't stay here, although they have eternal places. But because the material world is not here, they will not be visible here. They will not be visible. And yeah, they will kind of go back to the Sankarshan. And everybody will go, all the living entities go into the belly of Sankarshan, the time of when the material world is finished. But for the devotees, it's different. Because our Supersoul is our Ishtadev, who we worship. That is our Supersoul. And that can be Radha Krishna, it can be Jagannath, it can be Gonitai. For Hanuman, it's Sitaram. So and there's a verse, 3rd canto, can't remember exact, maybe 9th chapter, Lord Brahma's prayers, where there's a prayer that the Lord appears in the heart of the devotee as he desires to see him. Ishtadev means your worshipable deity. Nishingadev it can be any of these. And so that will be your eternal. In Goloka, you will have Krishna in your heart. And in Ayodhya, you'll have Ram, Sitaram, and in Vaikuntha, you'll have Lakshmi Narayan, and in Dwaraka, Rukmini Krishna. So these will stay eternally in your heart. Some people do worship Rukmini, Vittala Rukmini, Maharashtra. I just met some people who had Vittala Rukmini in their temple, in their house. So yeah, it will be for devotees. The Super Soul will stay because now we have graduated to our Ishtadev, and they will be in your heart. And but and that's in Gita 9:29, where the Lord says, I am equal to everyone, but for my devotee, I'm a friend, and I'm with him. And so he's a special, because when you become a devotee, then your karma is finished. Your Durga is not in charge of you giving your karma. Krishna is giving you different karma. Looks like the same, but it's reduced, much reduced. So yeah, it's different for us. Okay, we did have another person back there. Yes?
As you were saying, for a devotee, he can easily remember the Lord as a Bhagavan.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for the Brahman, he can see the energy of the Lord everywhere.
Yeah,
But yogis, through meditation or Ashtanga Yoga, they can perceive the super soul.
they can,
For
yeah.
a devotee, how does the super soul handle this?
How does this do? I just said. The Super Soul appears as the deities that you worship. That's how for the devotee. It's special. Yeah, we don't. There are some devotees who are attached to Vishnu also. Everybody in this movement, can be Vishnu, it can be Ram, it can be anybody here, But mostly Lord Chaitanya's followers worship Krishna in Goloka, Vrindavan. Mostly. We do have exceptions, yes. I know one lady who is very attached to being a queen. She was wearing white, but so delicate and so embroidered, and she was. And then it was very interesting. She left her body in Mayapur, and just at the time she was leaving, one huge marriage party came through right next to her building, and marriage party. So she wanted to marry Krishna. So yeah, and then she left her body, and then we told the pujari, Jananivas, and he said, "Oh, good time for marriage." Confirmed. And so, yeah, devotees are special. And yeah, they can be any of these relationships in any part of the world. Okay, we have one last question. Yes? Hare Krishna. I can't really hear so well. This here is gone. Oh, good, I didn't hear. Katya Sahari. Well, the problem in this world is we all have expectations of people. So I think that, in that prayer, it says no expectations. You don't expect anything from anyone. That's a good way to start. Because when you have expectations, you get angry. Oh, they didn't do what they should have done. No expectation. Don't expect, respect or any. Not only don't expect respect, don't expect anything. And give respect, but give respect to everyone. So, appreciate devotees. Oh, what a wonderful, prasad you made. What a nice kirtan. Oh, I was dancing. Appreciate devotees. That will be a good start. And be grateful. Gratitude is really important. That will make you humble. Oh, yeah. Otherwise, you might expect, Krishna to do things. You might expect, like in Vrindavan, it's easy because anything can happen. The lights can go out. The electricity can go off. The water can stop running. So we have no expectations in Vrindavan. Here, you expect the lights are going to work, yes. So, yeah, give up your expectations. And it may happen here, who knows? The way the world is going, anything can happen. And nobody is safe. You think you're safe over here. Maybe not. We will see. If you remain a devotee, then you are safe. Then you are protected. But you do have to give up. Okay, last... Yes?
Can we have expectations of Krishna?
Yes, you can. But you can pray to Krishna for things, but you don't expect how he's going to give it to you. He may give the things you want in such a way you don't want them again, like Dhruva Maharaj. Like Dhruva Maharaj, he got the kingdom, he got greater than the kingdom, and he didn't want the kingdom once he got it, but he had to take it. He had to take the kingdom. Okay, yeah, especially when you're going to get married, don't have it's good to have, you have to talk about your expectations before you get married. Otherwise, you're going to be in shock, maybe. So, okay. Yes? Yeah, I appreciate them. Appreciate their service. Help them in their service. Oh, you need some help? Oh, yeah, I can help you with the garlands. Oh, yeah. Oh, you need help serving prasad? Okay, I can help serve. And appreciate those who do the service. Oh, you serve prasadam so nicely. Yeah, let me help you. Yeah, okay, like that. Gratitude. And be grateful for what devotees do. Okay, we're going to stop here. All glories to Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki. Jai. Jai Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.